faith over fear, or allow faith to override your fear. Faith is the ability to trust what you are not able to see. Faith, listen carefully, friends. Faith is your ability to trust what you are not able to see. The ability to believe what is not yet happened. Faith is the ability to trust what you are not able to see. Faith is the ability to believe what is not yet happened. His ability to believe what is not yet happened. The next statement is even more important. The reward of faith will be that you will one day see what you always believed in. The reward of faith will be that you will one day see what you always believed in. 25 years ago, what I believed in, I see it in reality. The conviction we have in this knowledge, it's very different. It's no more a belief, it's faith. I'm saying you sustain this knowledge long enough. I'm telling you now, in the words of Schopenhauer, he says, a great German philosopher, he says, it has been the solace of my life and it will be the solace of my death. It has been the solace of my life and it will be the solace of my death, says Arthur Schopenhauer, about the spiritual wisdom. So, the reward of faith, if you want this one wish to be granted to all of you, will be this. The reward of faith will be that you will one day see what you always believed in. It is no more a belief. Faith is not anti-science, but it is beyond science. Faith is not anti-science. It is not against science. It is beyond science. I hope that's the reason it's very difficult. Everything, it has to be scientific, of course. But don't tell me there's no beliefs. Your home could be constructed with the right engineering formulas, but there's a belief that your roof will not fall down. So, faith is not anti-science, but beyond science. The last one is even more important. It is not the object of faith, but your faith in the object which makes all the progress. I repeat, it is not the object of faith, but your faith in the object that brings about all the progress. It is not object of faith, meaning it is not as your faith in the object. It is not Vedanta. It is not the scriptures. It is my faith. It is not the object of faith, but your faith in the object. My faith in the ancient wisdom, the wisdom of these great yogis. It makes the whole process stronger. That's why it is not the object of faith. There could be the Bhagavad Gita. Merely that cannot bring about faith. It is your faith in the subject and the way you pursue it makes it stronger. That's why the mere text, what is going to do? It is not the object of faith, but your faith in the object. How do you explain this? It's not easy to explain. It is not the object of, it's not merely spirituality, it is your faith in spirituality. Now it's so strong, that faith in this pursuit is so strong. All that is, you have to put in effort and help yourself. That makes the whole path progressive. Therefore, repeating it, faith is the ability to trust what you are not able to see. Faith is the ability to believe what is not yet happened. The reward of faith will be that you will one day see what you always believed in. Faith is not anti-science, it is beyond science. It is not the object of faith, but your faith in the object which creates all the progress. In certain progress not happening, there is no faith in that process. So, watch out, friends. Watch out. Finally, some suggestions. Empowering others will empower you. empowering others will empower you. If you're going to doubt something, doubt your limits. If you're going to doubt something, doubt your limits. A classic example is the way India won against Australia. They say it's a B team, hardly. If you want to doubt something, doubt your limits. I think maybe the previous A team would have gone for a draw. It's a B team. Doubt your limits. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and win. If you want to doubt anything, doubt your limits. My guru used to say this. There will always be someone who can't see your worth. Don't let that be you. There'll always be someone who may not see your worth. Don't allow that to be you. I mean, I grappled it to my soul. There will always be someone who cannot see your worth. Don't let it be you. You got to that self-worth. So, all these, I would say, simple aspects worked on properly will clear the path. It will clear the path. And all the aspects are taken away and you are better off. As I mentioned, you action first, then you improving the action. And then risk is not risky. And then understanding is the enemy of transformation. Then monitor the change. Then never argue for your weaknesses, for your failures. Sorry is a very courageous expression. Life is a series of rebirth. Your mother gave birth to you once, but you can gift yourself many rebirths. With every mistake transcended, you're reborn. A friend may see you after 5 years. Hey, you seem to be a changed person. You used to use various slang, the abusive words. You are so refined now. But bring faith over fear. Bring faith over fear. Don't pursue faith because of fear. We are living in a world where people are appreciated because they are God-fearing. We have come to a stage where people are admired because he's a very God-fearing person. I hardly come across a person who says he's a very God-admiring person. How many you see he's a very God-admiring or a divinity abundant person? No. You have to meet him. He's a very God-fearing person. Why should you fear? Why should you fear? Of all entities, the divinity, you have to fear divinity. When do you fear? You made a mistake only. Only when you made a mistake, when you made a blunder, you fear. You're crossed 140 kilometers per hour. The speed limit is 120. There is a fear. Will I get a ticket? Will I get a speeding ticket? You have been driving at 110. Where is the fear? He's a very God-fearing person. And people are proud. We are living in a world where you are appreciated for that God-fearing. The next time says, Ravji is a very God-admiring person. They don't consider anything. You have to say, no, it's a very God-fearing. So watch out, friends. There'll always be someone who can't see your worth. Let that not be you. Okay? Let that not be you. You should see your worth. Whether the world believes in you or not, you got to believe in yourself. There's no point the world believes in you and you don't believe in yourself. The world didn't believe in the Indian team. They believed in themselves. They won. I mean, just for those who have not seen the game, the world thought they believed in themselves. Doesn't matter who know, the others who don't believe. It is as long as you see. I'm not talking about self-importance here. It's a self-belief. Babe Ruth, a great baseball player. Others used to talk about him. You can't win over him because he never gives up on himself. He never gives up on himself. Incredible. So watch out, friends. Watch out. Great life. Great life. All that we need is to make our path clear. And then it's a 8-lane super highway. And you are given the latest Rolls Royce or a Lamborghini. And all the time you are driving in the dirt road. Complaining the roads, complaining the traffic, complaining everything else. There is also a 8-lane super highway. Choice is yours. The divinity has given you a Lamborghini or a Ferrari to drive across. Plus, you have also a partner seat. For some people, divinity has given a station wagon because you have big family. But all the time driving in dirt roads. All the time driving in dirt roads and complaining. That's why they say God helps who help themselves. You are the architect of your fortune. You are the architect of your misfortune. The mind in its own place can make a hell out of a heaven or a heaven out of a hell. It's all in your mind. So think about it. Thank you very much for your time, for your presence.